Hey you guys, so the mother of Gabriel Fernandez, Pearl Fernandez, has came forward in a prison interview wanting the world to hear her side of the story. For those of you all that don't know what I'm talking about, Gabriel Fernandez was a child who was brutally murdered back in 2013 by his mother Pearl and her boyfriend. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, in the interview that Pearl did, which I am going to show you guys clips of, she looked way too comfortable. She looked way too comfortable in prison, especially given the crimes that she's committed in her past. Full face of makeup, eyelashes done. I was really hoping she was having a harder time in prison, but I'm just going to leave it at that. But anyways, Pearl stated that she agreed to do this interview because she wanted other women to know that it's okay to ask for help and to not stay silent about abuse. She also stated that she accepts full responsibility as a mother for what happened to little Gabriel, but that her co-defendant, which was her boyfriend, has admitted to everything that he has done to her. So basically, Pearl is wanting the world to see her as the victim, when in reality, the victim in this situation is little Gabriel. Pearl also stated that at the time that everything was happening, and I think what she meant by while everything was happening, she was talking about the severe abuse and torture that her little son Gabriel was going through, being bound, locked in a little cupboard for hours and hours and hours, if not days upon end, being shot with BBs, being starved, forced to eat cat litter, teeth busted out with bites. I mean, he went through, it's so hard to talk about. But yeah, she stated that while all of that was going on, that she was under a lot of stress and that, she was having thoughts of self-deletion and just struggling with her mental health over past childhood traumas and just things that she had been through in the past, and that she was having a hard time. Now, just to remind you all, little Gabriel was abused and tortured and brutally murdered at the hands of his mother, Pearl, and her boyfriend. His teachers tried to get him help. They seen all of the signs. They did their jobs by, contacting Child Protective Services. Child Protective Services would just come out to Gabriel's home and they'd say everything was good, and then they would leave Gabriel there to continue being abused. The system really failed this little boy. And it wasn't just the system, it was everything that was designed to protect him failed him. His parents, Child Protective Services, just Pearl eventually pled guilty to first-degree murder with special circumstances of torture and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And her boyfriend, Azaro, received the death penalty. But you guys let me know what you all think about this interview of Pearl. Do you guys think she's looking a little bit too comfortable?
Why did you agree to do this interview, and what do you hope people will take away from it?
I would like to people, but I would like the women to actually get more insight on. You could actually ask for help. You don't have to be believe in the old tradition where what happens in the house stays in the house. That there is help. There is safe houses that you can go to when you are getting abused and getting threatened, and that you could actually be independent in yourself.
And did you see the documentary? How did you hear about it? And what are your thoughts about it?
I did not hear the documentary or anything like that. I didn't agree to it. If I would have maybe gotten like informed about any documentary or anything coming out, I would have gladly wanted to speak on my behalf, because there's a lot of input that people are saying or that Netflix actually put in that was actually false. And I felt like that the people should know my side, because there's always going to be two sides to the story. And I do want them to know that I would never, course, because I'm the mother, always, always. But for me, for other people like that don't know, my co-defendant did admit to everything that he was doing to us, you know. So that's why I agreed to, taking this interview, so like that, hopefully it'll open up and give more people more insight about what really did go on, you know. I'm gonna get a little interview, so you guys can type in, go online and type in "done my boss" to get more of the interview, and hopefully I get good ratings or bad ratings. I don't care, but as long as you guys like what you guys see, that's all that matters. But anyways, you guys have get a little bit of me tonight. So here, let me get on the chair. Hopefully you guys can see me a little bit. Okay, hold on. Can you guys see me a little bit? Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute. Probably just a little bit. Yeah. A little bit slow. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. So hopefully I get good ratings, right? Well, we both get good ratings. Yes. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can get online, or you guys could reach out to my friend, and I'll come back online and answer any questions that you guys want to be answered. That's how I was trying to go on there right now. It's not. Did you see how it goes like blurry on the thing? I told you it's gonna be blurry. It's kind of hard. It's weird. Anyway, I think it's so far away. Can you see far away? Alright. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Turn. Wait, hold on. Do you see? I'm telling you, it's all blurry. That's crazy. Turn. Oh wait, let's see.
Okay.
Robert Fernandez told the court today that listening to that 911 tape, hearing the voice of his late wife, and knowing that they were talking about his 8-year-old grandson, Gabriel Fernandez, was just too much.
He had swore that he was going to bring Gabriel back, and he did it.
He was talking about the defendant in this case, Isaro Aguirre. Everybody calls him Tony. He's on trial for the torture murder of little 8-year-old Gabriel. Fernandez's daughter, Pearl Fernandez, will be tried separately on the same charges. Fernandez told the court that he and his late wife, who died of complications from diabetes 8 months after Gabriel died in May of 2013, had raised Gabriel for nearly 8 years. They thought they had complete custody of him. Thought they did.
And the deputy said no. I don't know what he started talking about. We had to go to court.
He was talking about the night deputy sheriffs went to his house and told him and his wife that they could not get Gabriel back. His daughter and her boyfriend had taken Gabriel, and they wanted him back. And they were told that the document that Pearl Fernandez had signed, relinquishing custody, was not valid, and that the mother was entitled to have her son back.
That she had the legal right to revoke that at any time.
Sheriff's Detective David Nisenhoff, who was there that night, explained to the jury what he told the grandparents, that they could not keep Gabriel. Gabriel then moved in with his mother and her boyfriend, and Fernandez said he saw very little of him over the next 8 months, 2 or 3 times at the most, because his daughter wouldn't allow it. And then he said he made a promise to Gabriel.
One of these days, Spring, let him come home. And I promised that.
All right. You may proceed whenever you're ready, sir.
What am I doing? You're making your impact statements to the
You want to explain it?
individuals.
I will. All right.
Sorry. Whatever you'd like to say about the sentencing, you can. Whatever you like to say about Gabriel, you can. Or you don't have to say anything. But you can say whatever you'd like to say.
I don't really feel like saying anything.
You want to say anything? Okay, that's okay. You want to listen to, can you guys put like a recording in there so you can listen to it? Mr. Contreras doesn't want to say anything, Your Honor, but he would just like to listen to the sentencing. If he can do that in his cell, if that's possible. Or
Yes, we have a mechanism where he can be privy to proceedings from his cell. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Contreras. You may call your next.